How y'all doing today? We're back here today. Today is dedicated in America to Jesus Christ. And depends on what frequency you on. It's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, it can be disturbing when you are dealing with 100 and better. When you're coming up and you have not done the things that get you where you need to be at, and you're looking for holidays to get presents because the unity is not the love of the angels, recommendations, commandments, writings, teachings from generation to generation is not there. So we come to a point in time when the angels make an appearance, they gather up and throw out the safety net, the lifesaver, information, outformation, even sit and spoon feed those who were in a state of trauma, those who were living in drama, and those who have been abused by the host, which is called their parents. So that phase has taken place, and this will be called the new you, NY, the NI, or the new you, and the nice. And the new you is a different type of energy that has been explained by those who took their best effort to reenact a spiritual jubilee festive next 1,000 years, which is equivalent to a day with the Lord. So now I've said many things just now about Christmas, Christ. The name Christ means special. So those of you that have Christopher or Christ, Yeshua, Isa, Christina, all these names that specify a title of nobility, a title of royalty, a title of strength. And that's what it gives you that. It gives you an ego. We all need an ego. We all need to feel that the empowerment of the breath of life. So for many years, I've waited my turn because people didn't get a chance to speak if they didn't have the funds, if they didn't have the money, the resources, if they didn't have the connections, if they didn't know the signs and the grips, if they didn't know the signs and the grips and the passwords, if they didn't know the algorithms, if they didn't have the people in unity. So a lot of people gravitated to those who were in secret organizations, and their whole persona was to fake it till they make it. And that time is over. So in my time, coming up, year 1977, the gifts of the Spirit was given out. It wasn't given out by a man. It wasn't given out by an angel. It was given out in the fact of reversal of those who were already programmed in their DNA to do great things. So when that was done, many people came because many people were chosen. Many people were doing great things at the time. But when it got to be what they call muklasina, the word muklasina means to be purified. And to stop is the same as when I was a child, I did as a child. And when I became a man, as they say, or as I became more mature, I threw away the things that child threw away and became more aware of the response and ability for not only just survival, but for to be victorious. And that's what's going on now. People are conformed. The teachings is that what happened was the Moors that were here, that were wrongly called Indians, that not only established this new type of Americas, but the establishment of the 5 civilized tribes, which is called the Iroquois League. And you have to look up Iroquois League, 5 civilized tribes, and it will take you over to the East Coast, where you got your Seneca tribe, and you got other tribes too. So you have to do your diligence to do the research and come up with the facts and be the scientist that you truly are. So now we got that as far as how the Constitution came. There were other writings of the Confederation, didn't have anything to do with the KKK. The word Confederation was used by the Moors, and it was to bring together the confines, the culture, the ingredients of heritage, the ingredients of order, peace. You had different writings from like Hammurabi. You had writings with the laws of Hammurabi. You had the laws, 42 laws of Mayat. You had many different laws that was given for the people. When we say people, we're talking about the group called the atoms, ATOMS, and diversified into different organs. And now they call them people of the ground, atoms, ADAMS. When they say man, the word means from, but they use vowels for different tones to bring about the death of the nation, misinformation. So misinformation as in a web or Webster, to steer people into a web to bring words which represent worlds, and also world represent LD, WOR or WORLD, to lead into war, what we call a con, right? Which means to go against the pro. You have pros and you have cons. So now, getting back to all of that, and you may think, and you want to think that you're fooling somebody because you took the time out to enjoy this foolishness that they call Christmas because your name sounds like Christ, or because you went to the church, which is the stable, which is the processing center for you to be programmed to go against your true culture, to go against everything that's programming you by your DNA. It's not given to you so you can be who you're supposed to be. This is the church. This is all religion as it is today. Within the last 40 years, they have made a big change to all religions and got it not only monetized, which means one, but also monetized, which means money. So it's a lot of things that's going on. So yes, I have changed, I have rearranged, and I have did many things. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm on the internet. I'm on the internet right now doing a broadcast, so I have to hit you back. Right. Excuse me. So, like I said, I just turned it down, so we good. Right. So what's happening now is that people who are afraid to make changes, they stick and do the same thing that they do. So what's happening now is that who do you think you're fooling when Christmas come and Thanksgiving come and you give energy to that holiday? You know, what is a holiday? A holiday is like a release day to the pressure of the environment, society. So they have to release the pressure. So they have days in the year. The year is the cycle of the earth revolving around the sun. As far as you have your 4 seasons of winter, spring, fall, and summer. Not in that order, okay? So actually you have spring, summer, fall, and winter. Or spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So they say different names for different things. So you say, I like the sound of this, I like the sound of that, and that's how they make it happen. So what's happening now as I begin to learn and trade off and teach and trade off, and as you'll see me coming back stronger than before. So I will continue to play my old messages to you in the form of YouTube and other social networks. And I will explain more. Just this one is, who do you think you fooling when you lax and don't continue the momentum that you had when you first got this new knowledge? And then you say, well, you can't study because you cannot study because this, or you're not in the right environment, or somebody's holding onto your arm and you can't get rid of that person. That does not add up to your success. It only adds up to what I came to do, was to give, water the seed. If the seed is not planted properly and the right foundation is not established, you will not make it. And I will not feel any type of way. I stay neutral in this. Those who call themselves white will get the white reward. Those who call themselves black will get the black reward. And those who are neutral and listen to the angelic realm, they will get the angelic reward. So for those who are trying to achieve and believe and do things that's beneficial, you just have to hold on to what's going on. And for those who think they fooling someone, it's written all over your face. Okay? So the things that you're doing, you have to stop. But it's okay if you don't, because we're leaving and we're going into a different frequency. When you see a woman with long hair, right? When you see a woman with long hair in this new year of year one, after 2021, it's called year one. And that year one will build up until we eliminate everything that we're not talking about. So we can walk into our own destiny. We can walk into our own future. So with that, we're now in year one. And year one is the year of what we call the natural. If anyone has unnatural hair, and this was said by some people, and other people had the nerve to get angry because he did not want to be around people with fake hair. I do not. The angels will not be around people with fake hair. Okay? So all of you that got fake hair, stay away from this doctrine, this healing, because you're wasting your time and you're looking like you didn't wipe your booty. You're looking like you didn't wash up. You're looking stank. Okay? So, like I said, after 2020, when we go to 2021, after 2020 is over, we go to 20, and then that one, it is year one. The word year is an agreement that is made by the Elohim, who's teaching the Elohim. And the Elohim will respond to teach those who are called Adamites or Enosites or Lulu Amandu, primitive workers. And those who are melanated on the skin, but their programming and their DNA is not reprogrammed. You're just a sight for sore eyes. This has nothing to do with hate, has nothing to do with fake love, emotions, feelings. It's intellect as a scientist. It's as an alchemist, and certain things go together and other things do not go together. It is impossible for an elephant, and I say elephant for the memory, and an ant. You see, it's impossible for them to procreate together. It's the same thing with the angels. It's that we're not, the Elohim will not associate with those that's not Elohim, because that's not our job. So if you truly want to be who you think you are, you need to stop trying to fool whoever, because you're not fooling no one but yourself. Time is ran out. So as I stay smooth, and I be calm about everything now. It just don't matter. I gave you my concern about many things. It's over. I am cool like ice. Okay, neutral. So if you want to play the white game, you want to play the black game, that's entirely on you. I will explain one more time what happened, why people call themselves black. And it was a rape factor. It was a kidnapping, rape. It was a not dealing with the natural laws, but the laws of war. That's why people say they are prisoners, political prisoners of war, the policies that has been made here. And if it's war, then there's different solutions for war when there is no more war. But as long as it's war, as they say, war between the black and the white, and the black claim to be black and the white claim to be white, that's all rhetoric, that's all foolishness in the Elo Ohms world. In the Ohms world, in the Elo Ohms world, it's not real. So we're going to get back to you with that, and we're going to say, who do you think you fooling when you say you cannot continue because you want to enjoy this Christmas madness in the holes of days in the calendar as we begin to heal those who want to be healed, okay?